Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you all so much for joining us today for this live stream event. My name is Alexia, and I am the program manager of the Microsoft Reactor Toronto. I will be sharing session resources with you in the chat, but before we begin, I'd like to quickly review two items: our code of conduct and event guidelines. First, please take a moment to review our code of conduct. Microsoft Reactors seeks to provide a respectful environment for both our audience and presenters. We encourage engagement in the chat, but please be mindful of your commentary, remain professional and on topic. And secondly, our event guidelines. This session is being recorded and will be available on demand through the Microsoft Reactor YouTube channel in about 24 to 48 hours. I will also share the link in the chat for reviewing this video on demand, as well as the other previous sessions of this series. And if you have not been on a live stream through YouTube before, please note that you must create an account on YouTube in order to access and interact in the chat. You can set that up now. And if you're unable to use the chat but have questions, feel free to reach out to us through social media or on our website. Which brings us to today's session. Today is the last session of the Building Intelligent.NET Apps with Azure Open AI series. I'm going to bring in our host, Luis, and our speaker, Jesus, for today. Hello, both.
Hola. Hello, everyone. It's good to see you again in our fourth and last session of the Azure Open AI series with .NET to build intelligent applications. We learn about this resource, how to create an application that sends requests, generates content such as images, text. Then we also learned last week with Humberto how to make the most of it with prompt engineering. And today, with our very good friend Jesus, we are going to learn such an interesting topic. So you create applications, but also make the most of your data. But before we go into the technical details, I would like to greet my very good friend. Hi, Jesus. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you for this inviting to me. Hi, Luis. Sorry for my voice. I'm a little bit sick because I have a cough and a flu, but I have all the attitude to have a great hour to show how I can build your own or build the ChatGPT with your own data. Thank you, Luis. How are you today, Luis?
Yeah, I'm also really good to see you because this is the last but not the least session.
Mm-hmm.
But also I wish you a soon recovery, my friend. I know
Thank you
that
so much.
Mexico City weather doesn't help too much, but
Oh, yeah.
they take care. I am quite excited about this session because usually we ask OpenAI models to answer some questions,
Mm-hmm.
of course, based on the data sets which were used to build this technology. But what happens if we have uh, our data or company data typically in databases, but a little spoiler, it is possible to also use unstructured data, and you will see Jesus demo and it will amaze you the power of this technology. So this is like the 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 let's say the message for you. So stick around and you will get a surprise. You will not let's say
The
you
answer
will be amazed.
is the answer. The short answer is yes, it's possible. Okay, but
Awesome.
we need some additional data or additional prerequisites, but it's possible. Okay, how do you say? in the demo, we how we can deploy the model, and how we can add our own data, to can show, and you can ask some questions about your own data. Okay, so
Awesome.
I'm going to show my screen.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much. Okay. Well, um, as you know, the name of the session is Bring Your Own Data to Azure Open AI. Okay. My name is Jesus Hill, as knowledge as Dr. Rudo Sequel, because sometimes I have my my mask, wrestling mask. Okay, is another story. In another moment, I can count. Okay, so who am I? I'm a CSA, Cloud Solution Architect for Data and AI in Microsoft Mexico. I'm a co-author for two white papers, technical guides for SQL Server 2012 and SQL Server 2024, 14 versions. Okay. Um, Also, I'm a co-author for the book Power BI MVP book. I have 25, 28 years in the IT industry. Yes, I'm old man. Okay, but in the 15 years, I'm working as a technical trainer too, and I'm NCT. Okay, in since 2007, I'm working with the technical community. I was an MVP for data for 12 years in row. Okay, when I was contracted in Microsoft, obviously I leave the MVP award. Okay, so that is the life. Okay, so please don't disturb. If you have any question, please send a message, or send a question in the chat area. And Luis or Alexia or me will be read in the end. Okay. The agenda. How you see the agenda? It's simple, no, Luis? It's very simple. Okay.
Yes, it's quite straight to the point. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, this is the demo. The demo is the start. Okay. The first is prerequisites. Then is the architecture. Bring your own data. Okay. And demo. And the end, Q&A. Okay. So prerequisites. What we needed. Okay. We needed an Azure subscriptions. It's very important. Okay. If you don't have a subscription, don't worry. You can get an Azure free account. Existing some ways to can get the Azure free account. Okay. If you are a student, it's very important, Luis, because if you are a student, you can use the free Azure for students. Okay, this is an offer that you know require, and you don't need it a credit card. Okay, only you needed your school email, or obviously a 365 account, or another email of the school that have in the list for Microsoft. Okay, exist some schools, preparatory, bachelor, university, etc., that added to the Microsoft. Okay, and Microsoft have this the list and review if you are a student, a valid school for have the free Azure for a student. Okay, I don't know if you in any moment review this option for your students, Luis.
Yeah, definitely. For example, last year some students didn't, let's say, bring or have their computer. So I helped them to create an Azure account, let's say, with the students' benefit. So they could uh, create a virtual machine and then install the software that we needed for our tutorial or for our lecture. So yeah, definitely it is good if you can take advantage of it. So yeah, being a student definitely can help you to get the most of the cloud.
Yes, yes, yeah, definitely. It's a very good option. Thank you, Luis. Okay, and then we needed have a subscription in OpenAI. Okay, it's very important because is in this moment have a limited access to can get the Azure OpenAI service. Okay, exists on a form that you needed apply for have the access. Okay, the and the end we share the PPT, right, Luis? We share the PPT. Okay, good, very good. Okay, and in the PPT have these options to can review the access or review to the limited access, etc. And you can try to get the access to Azure OpenAI. Okay, next, the architecture. Okay, it's very simple, the architect that we needed to demo. Okay, we needed only these elements. Okay, the first is an storage account. Okay, we will create a search services. Next, we will create an Azure OpenAI services. Okay, and in the end, okay, if you needed to show in a web app or you needed have the access in another in your own site, okay, you can deploy an app services and you can show in your own site. Okay, it's most for the people that have a previously application, and in this moment we will only deploy as simple as the web service. Okay, it's very simple, right? We don't need it more. Okay, bring around that. Mhm. As Luis commented previously, okay, sometimes we needed review some information that we are stored, okay, in a different documents, okay, PDF, emails, PowerPoint, Words, databases, etc. Okay, and it's very complicated review all the information and try to get the summary. Okay, sometimes, Luis, the boss say, hey, we needed a summary of the last session. Okay, oh, it's complicated. Okay, because I don't have the memory enough to can review all. Okay, so in this moment you say, hey, I needed a some application, or I needed some tools. Okay, any tool that we can help with this. Okay, in this moment we have Azure OpenAI, right? Maybe you view in another demo or another tools, etc. How the people is talking with ChatGPT, okay? And in ChatGPT, you say, hey, could you give me the most important restaurants in the city? No, ChatGPT have the information and put it. No, okay, ChatGPT, please show me what is the most important features of the SQL Server 2022. Okay, and ChatGPT send the information, and everybody is happy. Oh yeah, Okay, the information is good, right? So, but this is my context business. Okay, this is my information. This is my own data. How I can work with my data. Okay, so in this case, as you know, as you say that I participate how a co-author for the upgrade technical guide. Remember? Okay. So in you can see it's I mean okay 454 page. Okay. Try to read
Yes.
all this information, Luis. Okay. Crazy, right? It's
In
madness.
one day or in few
One day,
hours.
1 hour. In 1 hour, your boss say, "Hey, Luis, we need to upgrade our SQL Server. Review the white paper and say me what is the way that have to can upgrade the SQL Server, no?"
I will ask the expert or one of the authors, for example, Jesus.
Okay, so this is our information, okay, and we will try to ChatGPT, okay, review the PDF, and then okay, ChatGPT answer me some question about all the document. Okay, for example, okay, who are the authors? Okay, who are the authors? Or tell me about the best practice, or tell me how I can upgrade my SQL Server, or for example, I wrote the chapter, okay, talking about the spatial data, okay. I'm the author for the chapter 11 full, okay. So now we going to create the information in the demo, okay. You are ready, Chris?
Yes, ready and
Ready?
excited, very eager to learn.
Very good. Okay, the first okay. Mhm.
Yes. Can you zoom in a bit, please?
Mm, It's okay?
Yeah, I think that one is good.
Okay, right. Very good. It's very important to say everybody we don't need it background in programming or in coding. Okay, it's very important. Okay, you don't need it a background. You only need have the steps, okay, and have the information that you needed to review. Okay, what is the steps that we will be, okay, or what we run? Okay, step one. Open the Azure portal. It's okay. Okay, and then
Very easy.
we will create a resource group. Step two. We will create a Azure Blob Storage. Okay, then create an Azure Community Services. Azure Open AI resource is the next step. Okay, and we will be a deployment for a ChatGPT. Okay, and the next step we will have the bring your own data. Okay, add a data source. Next, in the last step, we will be uh, able, okay, to can ask a questions to chat GPT. Okay. Well, first step. mhm, The first step is create resource group. Mhm. Create resource group I'm going to change the subscription because remember, you needed have a subscription that have the Azure Open AI is
Enabled.
ability to can create uh, a model in the Azure Open AI service. ¿Vale? Okay, resource group, reactor, bring your own data region, depending that we can rule. Okay, example, Luis say me that you needed to create in Canada and sometimes, right, Luis?
Yeah, well, it depends on maybe the type of resource that we are creating. Of course, because we are uploading data, let's say company data, it is important to consider compliance, maybe costs. So, yeah, I mean, if you are in Europe, you are not expected to upload documents in US data center or vice versa, right? So just be careful about this. But you can trust that this data, uh, let's say, is protected, is secured by Microsoft, but Microsoft does not look at your data. So your
Yeah,
data,
yeah,
it is
never.
safe, it is yeah, only you have access to it.
You are protected. Is the simple. You are very protected.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Thank you, Luis. And now I'm going to create an Azure Blob Storage resource. Okay. I'm going to create search Blob Storage account. Select the storage account.
Yes.
You choose the storage account plan.
Mhm.
Okay. You needed type a name. Reactor, bring your own data.
Storage.
Storage.
Mhm.
Okay. And review.
Yeah,
Not
same
needed more.
region. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very simple. It's very simple because you don't need another information. Is you only we will create the object and next. Okay.
Mhm.
Um, I'm going to create now the cognitive services, cognitive search services. Okay.
Yes.
Reactor. Okay, I'm going to put here. Okay, deployment succeeded. It's okay.
Mhm.
Great. I'm looking for Azure Community Search. Okay, Azure Community Search. Select, create. You need to type a name again. Actor. Break your own data. Uh, Community Search.
Mhm.
Okay, pricing tier. It's very important because you have some tiers depending that you uh, will you use the info and the indexer and the storage and anything. Okay, you have, for example, the offering free. Okay, it's important. You have a free, you have a basic, you have a standard. Standard is the default. Okay, standard is 2, is 3, high density, storage optimized, etc. Okay, uh, for me, in this demo, you can use the basic tier. Okay, but for the POC, okay, for the proof of concept, I recommended use standard because you have uh, some advantage in the indexes and the storage and the search unit, etc. Okay, and you don't have problem. Okay, but in this moment you can use the basic and it's okay. What is your opinion about it, Luis?
Yeah, definitely choosing a standard pricing tier allows you to scale up. Like you are not limited by I mean, you are not as limited as you would be in basic or even the free tier regarding the storage or the number of indexes that are created once the model is deployed and once it, let's say, builds its inner magic to uh, learn about the data. So yeah, you can maybe create or if you need to show it to your company, okay, you can do something for basic, but for production applications, consider a standard or other pricing tiers. Of course, as the name suggests, each tier has different costs associated, so you also need to find the right balance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very important the right balance. It's good. Okay. I'm going to back to the resource group. Okay.
Mhm.
And the next step, thank you, Luis, is create the Azure OpenAI resource. Okay. I'm going to create, okay, search OpenAI. Okay. This is uh, the object. I'm going to create. Mhm. If you not, in the community search, the region was West US, and in this moment, return to is US. Okay. Um, Sometimes the product group mhm, try to say what is the best option for you. Okay. In this case, for Azure Community Services, the best region is West. Okay. In this case, to Azure OpenAI, the best region is East US. Because so the default region for us is East US. Okay. But I say. Luis, depending is where are you living. Okay, example, Luis living in Europe. So Luis is working more in Europe or another region, right? What is your region favorite, Luis?
West Europe, yeah, let's say when for some
Yeah.
customers, yeah, that one, or even maybe North Europe. But of course, when there are some projects with Mexico, yeah, we use Central US, for example. But soon we will have our own, right, in Mexico, our own data center.
Okay, very good. Depending that you are, no, in your home too, or in your principal home, no, depending.
That's true. So two
That's
homes.
true. That's true. Okay, the same in the pricing is the same in Azure OpenAI services or in Azure Community Services. You have or you can see the pricing details depending that you need it. Okay, this is the price. Okay, well, what is in Spanish, but you can review in your language. Okay, so in this case, I will use to the standard. Okay, this is the only that I have. Okay, we don't need it. Review another is in my case all network, including internet, etc. But uh, I'm going to only review and submit. Okay. I think we don't need it, any other option, right, Luis?
No, no, the default is good to go.
Yeah, yeah. The file is very good because it's very simple. Our demo,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, so as a quick recap, three resources were created and a storage account where the information, your own data, will be placed. A cognitive search resource that
Yep.
will spin its magic, and of course, an open AI to get the power of all these models, and also to get access to some conversational AI.
Yeah. Okay. This is the three steps that say that comment Luis. Okay. Storage, community search, and open AI. Okay. So
Okay.
uh we were going now a deployment, create a deployment to chat GPT. Okay. For this, I'm going to select OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, and I'm going to go Azure OpenAI Studio. Okay, I'm going to launch OpenAI Studio. OpenAI Studio, it's a new tool that we have to can work with the some features that have OpenAI. Example, chat playground, or completion playground, DALI for the image. Luis, I remember you have some videos about talking about the DALI, right?
Yes, yes, we have done some demos. We have talked about it in previous sessions, and also we even Humberto, you, Pablo,
Yeah.
and I had some talk
Okay.
about it. We had some fun.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
The new, they bring your own data, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
University review, okay? It's very important because it's not a global availability or general availability, so it's in preview. So in this case, when you are in preview, you maybe have some change, okay, because the product group improve some features or change some features that you are maybe before working with the feature. So it's changing in the time, all the time it's changing, okay? Well, we needed create a new deployment in this moment. Okay, we need to create a deployment. So I'm going to select the option create new deployment. Okay, as you say, we don't have any deployment. Okay, and we needed create a model. Okay, in this model we have some model bases, GPT, Turbo, 16K, Turbo Instruct, or text embedding ADA. Okay, depending. Okay, uh, I'm going to select a GPT 35 Turbo, okay, or 3.5 Turbo, okay. Uh, Exists some form that you can get the access to the GPT-4, okay? But in this moment, I don't have the form to ChatGPT 4 model, okay? You have the form, Luis, for the 4 models, the next models.
Yes, I will share the link in a minute, so you can also have.
Very good, very good. Because maybe some attendee maybe one change to the last, okay, to the last model. Okay, in our case, it's okay. Working with this model, no problem. Okay, in the model versions, you have this. Options up to update to the form. Okay, when you change the model, a new model, or the last model, example, the fourth model, okay, our model will be have the auto update, okay. But if you trying to remaining all the time in the only model version, you can select a 0301 default or another that you have, okay. In our case, is working fine, auto update, okay. And we needed type a name, okay, for the deployment. Okay, in this case is reactor, bring your own data, deployment at GPT. Okay, very good. We will create, okay, and we have a deployment name. We will select the deployment. Okay, and if you can see in the left side, you have some options. Okay, you have the chat, okay, the completions, the lead, deployments, models, data files, quoras, etc. Okay, maybe, okay, I'm going to click here in the chat. Mhm. Okay, say start chatting. Mhm. And I can ask the assistant, who is Sushil. I'm going to send the question. Oh, I had an
Mhm.
error. Why? What is the error? Because the deployment is new. We needed a wait at least 5 minutes, at least, okay, or maybe less, okay, 1 2, okay, to can use the chat. It's okay, Luis?
Yes, definitely. It takes some time for the deployment to succeed. Even though we might see that it is there, it still needs to do some, let's say, internal processing before it gets available in the chat. But yeah, you can try after these 5 minutes, and then it will work. So yeah, no problem at all.
Yeah. In this case, Luis, we will add data, okay? 5 minutes if not doing nothing, okay, is best option. Try to add data, okay. Okay, in the assistant setup, okay, you have the option that you can add your own data, okay. In this case, we only need click here in the add a data source button, okay, and you need to say, okay, what do you have, okay. Azure Blob Storage, when you are storage information previously in the Azure Blob Storage, or if you have another model in the community search, okay, or in our case, we will use the upload files, okay, because we don't have any information previously. Subscription, okay, it's very important, okay, because we needed to have the blob storage, and we will need have the community search resource created previously, okay. In this case, we'll select reactor, bring your own device storage. We need to activate the course. Okay, course is a cross-origin resource sharing. Okay, it's very important. Turn on this information. Well, turn on this feature because we needed have exchanged the information in the final services with the with our data. Okay, we will need it to turn on the course. Okay, so only you need to click in the button. That's all. Okay, and you in this moment we will create the information between the PDF that is the file and the community search to can review the information. Okay, select Azure Community Services resource, reactor. Okay, it's okay, and we needed in this moment create an index. Okay, if you remember uh, in the pricing list, we can create some indexes depending that you are using. Okay. In our case, I'm going to type reactor, bring your own data, mhm, index, index operate. Okay, index operate, and only check in the I acknowledge that connecting to Azure Community Services will incur users to my account. Okay, this is that's me. You needed money. Okay.
Yes. So as you can see, this wizard or this form is quite easy to follow because it tells you, okay, what you need, the storage account, the cognitive search resource, which were created before. So all you need to do is to select them, and that's it. And
Yeah.
now we have an even easier step, which is
Now I'm going to browse for a file. If you remember, I'm going to upload this file. Okay.
mhm.
Mhm. Okay, these
So
files.
it will extract all that text from the PDF. It will build an index. It will uh, get the key topics, all the
Yeah,
information, and you can see the type of files that are allowed, right?
XML, HTML, PDF, docx, PPTX, all that you have the files. Okay, you can upload. Mhm.
Yes,
In this
all
case, only
these
with mhm,
are unstructured data, right?
yeah, unstructured data. Yes. Okay. The status is pending because it's not upload. Okay, it's only checking in the memory. Mhm. And now we will upload files. Okay, this yes, say your files were successfully uploaded. Okay,
Mhm.
or the next step. And in our case, we not have a vector. Okay, if you remember this, we will not choose a vector. Okay, so we not have another model. Okay, ADA, other in Spanish. Okay, ADA. The vector is for a context. Okay, try to review the information in a context. In this case, we are only have the simple search. Okay, in this case is for a keywords. Okay, example upgrade or SQL Server or words that are very a search key. Okay, this is the type search. Okay, and only we needed say next. And this is the review. Okay, we select the storage, the type, the community search, upload files, okay, and the name of the index. Only one file uploaded, and only we needed save and close. Okay. In this case, the process is for pre-processing. Uh-huh. Remember, we have Azure Community Search. Okay, so we needed create the new information in the community search. Okay, so maybe I think it's a 3 or 4 minutes, okay,
Mhm.
to can have the information able to can make a questions, okay.
Yes, there
Ah,
are two questions actually. One is greetings from Oyuki Lugo. She sends her regards to you. and
thank you, Yuki. Thank you.
and we also have a question from Farid Abasi. How can we do vector search on our database? Is it possible to choose databases for this part?
Yes, 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 yes. Exist some ways to can review the Azure SQL. Okay, it's another architecture different completely to the simple architecture that we are running. Okay, but we can ingest the information from SQL Server. In this case, only we needed have a Azure SQL database in this moment. Okay, and you can use Azure SQL. You ingest the information for another way. No, it's not the only, and you have. I can share the link to can validate this information, and I will share with you, Luis, to can put the link to ingest SQL Server. Okay.
I already shared it actually. So Alicia will bring it in a minute. So
Very good. Okay,
yes,
thank you.
yes, the
But,
link
but
that
the
will
answer
be
is
shared will be
yes.
helpful.
Yes, thank you, Luis. Okay. Well,
No
it's
problem.
finished. Okay. The information is finished. Okay. Remember, this is our first question. Okay. Who is Jesus? Okay.
Mhm.
Now,
Yes.
Jesus Hill is an author. Okay. And
Mhm.
now,
Can you zoom in?
yes,
So
yes, yes. I'm going
our
to change the zoom. Okay. It's okay.
yeah, I think so. Yeah. Good. Yes. So in this case, you are asking Chat
Mhm.
GPT or the model if Jesus Hill is an author, and the answer is
Yes, Gilles is listed as one of the writers of the SQL Server 2012 Upgrade Technical Guide. And very important, you have a reference in the in the book, okay, or in the document, okay, and you can show, okay.
yes.
If you click
This is
here,
quite
you see,
similar to what Bing search does because of course when you search with Bing and also combined with the power of OpenAI, you get a conversation, let's say an answer, but you also get the references. And imagine that you have 10 documents, you would like the answer, but also where this result came from. So yeah, you get the
mhm.
document and also a specific section where the answer was found, right?
Yes, 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 and it's very, very good because you have the acceptation and you have you move quickly to okay, who is writers Jesus here it's okay, right? So I'm going to ask about the upgrades, okay? Because the white paper is for upgrade, and what is the best options, okay? Uh, what is the options to upgrade? Is searching. Mhm. Oh, the answer is there are a several options for upgrade, including in-place upgrade and side by side. The appropriate upgrade strategy depending on factor, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And we have a file reference.
Yes. So you
Mhm.
can see that these answers are not from internet, are not
Ah,
from the ChatGPT knowledge. It is from your file, your document,
mhm.
and the specific sections, part one, part two, part three. It is amazing.
And if you remember, I say I grow the spatial data.
Chapter 11, yes,
Yeah,
special
the
data.
Chester, right? Okay.
So the expert will ask the AI. Okay.
Pick some chapter talking about geospatial data.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh, there is a chapter dedicated to spatial data in the SQL Server. Okay, chapter 11 cover topics such as preparing to upgrade deprecated, discontinued functionality, breaking chains. Oh, God, is it's amazing because if you review, okay, chapter
Yeah, the
11,
index or something. Mhm.
uh, 12, 23, okay. Okay, spatial data, okay,
Mhm.
and if you see is introduction, preparing, deprecating, discontinue, breaking, behavior, etc. Okay, so it's very important try to see the how it's review the document and return the answers, okay, as you say, only the document, okay, is not reviewing the internet sources, is only reviewing your information, okay. So
Yes.
if you have any question about it, is you are isolated, is only for the document, okay. I don't know if you have any questions for the document, Luis.
Okay. Maybe we can ask if this document talks about SQL Server 2014. There was there 2014 or after
No, no, no.
2012?
This is 2012. Okay.
I
Okay.
know, but
I
we
another.
can
Okay.
ask. Yes,
Okay.
we can ask if the document talks about it,
Okay.
or I don't know, maybe
Maybe we needed the
migration.
source and moving the another the other is file. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
we have the time. Okay. It's
Yes. No, what I mean is that we can ask ChatGPT if the document talks about SQL Server 2014.
okay.
Meanwhile, we also we have Brian, our very good friend Brian, in the chat. So he says, "Good job, Jesus and Liz." Well, I didn't do anything. Jesus was working. I was just giving support. Yeah, 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 yeah. What was the answer of our
Okay,
AI?
no, no, the retrieve document I'm discussing the SQL Server 2012. Okay, and
Exactly.
it's very
Yes,
good,
perfect.
a very good answer. Okay.
Yes, so you can imagine the possibilities. We can upload documents from our customers. Maybe we can try to identify some needs, or I don't know. It depends if there are some uh, feedback, some comments from customers to us. Maybe find some opportunity areas. Well, it's a lot. So, are there
Yeah.
any questions
Uh,
from the audience? What do you think?
give me a summary.
Okay, yeah, this was your initial task, right?
Best practices.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
maybe
yeah, yeah.
not.
Yes. And of course, you can apply prompt engineering as Humberto suggested, recommended. Like, okay, give it in bullet points, explain in 4 sentences, something like that. And yeah, you got some recommendations from the AI according to, of course, your document, your book.
Okay, if you see, I asked him to summary about the best practices,
Summary.
and the uh, and the answer is best practices for upgrading existing okay instance. Guy
Mhm.
emphasis the importance of planning and testing the upgrade process to minimize the risk of difficulties and downtime. Okay. Oh, it's good.
Yes, yes. Okay, there are two questions from Thomas Valenius. Can it work with documents stored in Azure SQL as well?
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes.
mhm,
Mhm. Is similar the question that the other, no? That
mhm. Well,
accounts.
I don't remember if in the assistant there was an option to choose a database, or of course there should, maybe you require some programming for that.
Yes,
Maybe
you needed
the
another way.
document.
You needed another way to enhance the information to get the info to the community search. It's different the
Yes,
way. Okay,
yes.
it's not the simple way. Okay, because in the Azure data preview, it's very simple, and if you only have the 5 or 6 types of data. Okay, in file services. Okay. Mhm.
What I think that you can do is, because in the end it relies on Azure Cognitive Search, you can, for example, uh, create the index or work with the Cognitive Search API, right? And then get the information from your database and provide it as a data source, because yeah, that is possible. You can use cognitive search directly with databases, but now let's say you are adding the open AI part, so yeah, it is possible. I will try to find a link meanwhile. And there is another question from Diana Boone. Does the document format make a difference? So what if the Excel spreadsheets with a mixture of text and numbers? Uh, Actually, can you select Excel spreadsheets? I don't remember, because I think there were some formats supported. There was Word, there was PowerPoint, but I don't remember if Excel
No,
was
Excel is
supported.
not supported in this moment. Yeah.
Okay, that's the thing. I mean, at least for the preview, maybe when it goes into public or general availability, maybe they will add support for this.
Maybe try to save us in PDF, okay, and
Okay, that helps.
give you the information in PDF, okay, because PDF is supported in this moment.
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm. Maybe some.
Are
Okay,
we?
to finish, Luis, okay, you have
Yes.
the option this ChatGPT or Chat Playground deployed to
Ah, yes.
web applications or a Power Virtual Agent bot. Okay, you have this
Yes.
the option. Okay, if you will be deployed to web application, you only needed put the name. Okay, type the name. Select a subscription, group resource, and select a pricing plan. Okay, to can deploy a web app. In this case, for a Power Virtual Agent bot, okay, you needed change to a Power Virtual Agent, okay, move it to the Power Virtual Agent web, mhm, and you needed following the steps to create a virtual agent for Power Apps. Okay, this is the options that we have that not only run or not only make a questions in the Azure AI Studio. For example, you are a very good developer, an excellent developer. So maybe you needed have this chat in your own app. Okay, so is the option that you have to can deploy. Okay, I don't know if you have another questions because we are on the time. We will be
Yes.
a great session. So I don't know if we have another question, Luis.
There is one last question from Farid. Are we doing keyword search at the moment of inference? If yes, how can we do semantic search on PDFs using Azure Open AI? I think one of the options was to use vector search, right? I
Yes.
mean,
Mhm.
keyword search. You selected that
Oh,
keyword
yeah.
search was available,
Mhm.
but you can also select semantic search, if I don't
Yes,
remember.
yes. When you create a semantic in vector, okay, when you create a vector, you can have a semantic model, okay. So if you can have
That's
another search way.
okay. So yeah, it is possible in the assistant. Okay.
in the system, right? Okay,
Yes, and I think there are no more questions. So it was really impressive
thank
what
you.
you can do. So now it is, let's say, your turn of the audience. And yeah, it was quite the journey. So we learned through this 4 episode series about Azure OpenAI. So we are really happy of what we learned. I hope that you too. So don't forget that these sessions are recorded, so they are available on YouTube. You can check them back later. So thank you very much to our presenters, Daniel, Pablo, Humberto, Jesus, and also the reactor team, Alexia. And well, see you next time. My name is Luis Beltran, and it was a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much, Jesus.
Thank you very much, Luis. Thank you very much, Alexia. Okay, my name is Jesus Gil, Doctor Rudo Sequel, and as say in Spanish, gracias totales. Bye bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.